Now, as I've mentioned, the cat and the dog construction are absolutely identical. The only difference being, as I've mentioned, that his jaw here is a little bit longer, so that follows on that his head is as well. But I've got all these parts here just to show you the final assembly of this, and just really assure you that it's absolutely the same. So I've gone on and I've made my box, and in the box there, I can just show you, I've just got ready to put the first little cam. Before I do that, the same with the cat, what I'm going to do now is just feed this one through just before it all goes together. So that slots in there, that cam's in there, pull that along and just pop that through. Little washer on the end here just to hold it all on. Then I can line that up, those two. Before I finally glue it, I can just line that up and then hold that on, and the handle will go on this end like so. Again, this is all absolutely the same as we would have done for the cat. Handle in there, just push that through, pull that back a wee bit, and just feed that mechanism back through. Okay, so that's now sitting at the top. We've got our push rod on there. So the next thing to do is just glue the dog, get his feet with some glue onto there and line him up. And as we did with the cat, we're going to use the positional guides here. The two F's, which stand for his feet in the front, are going to be positional guides. So I'll just drop that on. Now in theory that's where it wants to go, but we have to let this cam, if you remember, decide for us. Whoops. So I'm trying to just tilt that over for the camera so you can see, and I'm not doing a very good job of it, but as I mentioned, that's got to just drop up nice and neatly. So forgive me, we won't be able to see that shot, but it's the same as we did for the cat, and really the test for that is just what I call the drop test. Just a handy little hint here to show you why we've got everything together. If you're having difficulty getting everything to drop and line up, it might be because your holes are a little bit too tight. So if you just use the stick like this, you can just push slightly and just enlarge the holes both on the base and in the mouth there. We don't want to go too big, but a slightly bigger hole will actually give you a much easier drop for the stick to rise and fall, because we really don't want that to jam on anything. So you can go a little bit larger if you need to. Now you can see the finished dog here. If I just use a little stick to point out, it's exactly the same as the cat. We've got our cams here, the stick running through, our handle, little washers and everything on it. If I just turn the handle, we can see that he chomps away nicely, and the back here again is just done with a little bit of tape just to hold that on, because the tape, if I just ping that, you can see it gives a really nice spring even against gravity, which is why we put the tape on the outside. There we go. The construction of the dog is identical to that of the cat. Incidentally, if you want to, you can join two of these together. Just put one long kebab stick to it. You can either have two dogs barking at each other or a cat and a dog. And if you offset the mechanism, they can sort of go in alternate ways as well. So that's another nice way of actually extending this. So you just take that handle off there, glue the two bits together and put one long stick through it. There we go. It's a serving suggestion for you. Okie dokie, have fun with this one.